Alright, so today I have a video on how to install tachometer, which is this guy right here measures the RPM rates on your car. This will apply to almost every car, but this is a 1982 Ford F150 with a 6-cylinder engine. So it's a V6. So the first thing, I already have it installed because that'll just make the video tutorial easier. So you see how the mounting bracket's in? This screw has to be just about a 1/4 inch, because if it's too long, it's going to mess up and you're not going to be able to start the car. This mounting bracket, it's all put together. As you can, it just kind of like, this guy sits on here, sits on the mounting bracket, and then you screw this in when you adjust it. So you have to slide everything on the wires before you do this. And then what I did was took this casing off, which there's just one screw underneath. I took that casing off and I ran the wires through this casing and down, and I'll show you outside of the car. You can see the wires coming out right there, and they come and then they're taped to the back there, and the one green wire which goes to the engine is all the way down through that hole, which is the hardest part. But so you got to make sure your ground is connected good. That's this black wire, which is going up to that ground point. See how it's screwed in with that metal? I had to make sure that that was connected really good, because at first it wasn't. And then when you're connecting your red and white wire, the red wire is the power, which always needs to be on, and the yellow or in the white wire is the light for the tachometer. Now I just did it the easy way and connected it to a 30 amperage fuse, which makes the light go all the way on all the time, but I don't mind. So that's what I suggest you do. So I bought one of these little things, and it's at not Radio Shack, but AutoZone. It's $3. And you put your old fuse in and you put your new fuse in it, and it leads out to a crimp that you put your wires in, and just crimp it down with a pair of vice grips, and then that's connected. And now, so you can see the green wire running along the back. I'm going to show you where that's connected to the engine department right now. This supposedly was supposed to take 30 minutes. It took me a long time, just because I did a few things wrong. That's why I'm making this video, because it just makes it easier. So you see that circle kind of compartment right down there? I'll zoom in. Not the oil, but not the oil filter, but the guy behind it. I can't remember what it's called. And there's got 2 wires coming out of it. These two, it's a red one and it's a green one. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that green wire, and that's generally on all 6-cylinder engines, and you're going to use a crimp that they gave you. I have one right here. And you put the green wire, let me zoom out again. You put the green wire in the enclosed end, which is this end right here, the end closest to my hand, and then you put your new wire in the other end, the one that hasn't been spliced, and you close this, and this middle thing goes through the insulation of the wire and connects the 2 wires at that point. And then that's what allows your tachometer to read the RPMs in your car. And then you're pretty much done at that point. I'll just show you really quick that mine does read. Mine idles at about 500. That was a cold start. Sorry, taking out the key. So as you can see, it's installed, and it works pretty good. They're about $20 at AutoZone. and it's really worth it to have it on your car to test your shift patterns. Because my shift patterns, they were good, but they were too low. So I was shifting before I should have shifted in first and second gear. but now I will be able to shift on time. So that's it for the tachometer. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, because I know I had a lot of trouble installing this too.